Hey everybody, how's it going? Joe's Neon here. It's Friday afternoon and I am on Clear Pond. And yep, I was right, they call it Clear Pond for a reason, because this water is crystal clear. Now, you're not going to believe this campsite that I have found. It's unbelievable. I've been here for a couple hours, but I've held off videoing because of the wind. The wind is starting to die, but there hasn't been one bug, not one bug of any kind here because of this beautiful constant breeze. But just have a gander at that. You can see the rocks. Those are rocks down in the water. That's how clear it is. And it drops off really nice porch here on the front of the campsite. So anyhow, I gotta show you this. Check this out. This is my campsite. Look at the size of this fire pit. Ho ho! All those logs were all cut up out back here. I only brought a little tiny saw, a little pruning saw. So that was great. I don't know why there's so much firewood around here. I picked up all of this too, and I didn't even put much effort in. I've got all my stuff here ready for lighting my fire for tonight, and I got my stuff over here for my morning fire. So yeah, got my gear here. I got a nice rock that I can use to keep my gear on. Totally awesome. I can't wait to see how this fire configuration is going to work out. My plan is I'm going to get the fire started here in front of these logs, and just gradually keep pushing it back and get those logs burning. And once I burn them in half, I'll flop them all into this big pit and we'll have a beauty fire. I wanted to show you this really slick setup I got here for this particular trip. Wow, bummed me out. Aluminum foil. Okay. This is the Sea to Summit tarp poncho shelter. There you go. Alright. The head hole, you set it up this way, the water will run right down off of it. I've got a ridge line here toggled out with a couple of prussics. Alright. So I am running a ridge line. I'm running the ridge line. Biggest reason is because of the bug net. Okay, it's got these really nice tie outs on it. I'm using number 36 bank line, and I've got this totally awesome bug net just hung up on the ridge line by a toggle. And all you have to do is just unstake it. Here's your stake right there. Just unstake it. Like that, lift it up, jump in, get it down, you're styling. This whole setup is a pound. Just over a pound. It's just over a pound. That's with the guy outlines, my ridge line, my bug net, and my Sea to Summit poncho fly. So I'm totally digging it. It's an awesome setup, but I really did that so that I could show you folks how I'm using that Sea to Summit tarp poncho shelter kind of a deal there, accompanied with the bug net. So that's a really super awesome system. I'm not so sure I'm going to need it tonight. I'm going to see. I'm going to wait till just about dark, and if there's no bugs, right there is where I'm sleeping. I'm going to cowboy it right there. No doubt. So anyhow, that's what's going on. I want to show you folks this too. All right. This is a GSI Boda, wine Boda. Okay. It's got the plastic like a platypus bladder on the inside. And it's got some kind of thermometer thing on the back of it. It's supposed to tell you what the temperature of the wine is, but I don't know if it really works. But anyhow, this is a neoprene bag, okay? You take this thing and you just heave it in the lake, get this bag good and wet, and when you hang it up, as it dries, it's convective cooling, and it cools the wine down. It's like a refrigerator. Convective cooling, I'm not saying the right thing. Convection, it's, I don't know. But what I'm trying to say is as the water dries, it cools the wine. And it's been a while since I've done a trip without PBRs. But so far the wine is working out fine. Having the old lasagna, Mountain House. Tell you, it's pretty good. I'm enjoying it. Got a nice fire going. A little ashy. I'm gonna burn those 2 logs in half. I had 4 of them on there. It was way too much. It's turned out to be a beautiful evening. Is that beautiful or what? There are trout rising all over the place. Here's what I got going on with the fire. I'm gonna burn those 2 logs in half. Those other 2 logs on there was way too much. Burn those in half, push them in, have a nice fire. So yeah, I'm just gonna sit here and have my dinner. Have another glass of wine or 2. I can't wait. You can see that, right? That's going to be awesome. I got Lucy up here. See if she charged. Yep. It's going to be great. Alright folks, time to turn in for the night. It's been a great day. Just wanted to do a little recap. The rangers at the campground, Putnam Pond Campground, made it very easy for me to understand. $6 a night, paid them $12, and they told me where to park. Had no problem parking. A little bit of trouble finding the trail at first, but once I get on the trail, headed out of the campground, and man, it was just awesome. Amazing, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful trail. So I headed in and went up around the north end of North Pond, and then I proceeded through some of the most beautiful, beautiful balsam and pine forest that I've ever been in, and that was heading right up into Rock Pond, once I got to Rock Pond, I took the long way around and I did the whole perimeter and went and checked out the mine. That was awesome. I haven't been there in a long time. Saw the old campsite where Timmy Prescott and I had camped. And yeah, it was just really nice to be back. What a beautiful, beautiful place that is. Yeah, I crossed that bridge and I was going the wrong way. And I soon realized it, so I turned around, went back to the intersection, and I found the trail. It was easy to be confused, though. It surprised me. It was that easy to be confused there, so I'm sure I'm not the only one who's done that. But once I got on the right trail to head to Clear Pond, it was just beautiful. The forest changed to, hardwoods, all deciduous forest. And it was really neat. And it was kind of nice because it was the warmest part of the day. I would have to say it was probably 72, maybe 72 degrees Fahrenheit. But it was beautiful hiking in the dense canopy over top. Provided incredible amount of shade. Just cruising down through the trail, no bugs, nice breeze. It was fantastic. Then once I got here, I was starting to get a little bit disappointed as to where am I going to camp. I found some really cool spots, and of course they've got no camping signs on them. So I just kept pressing down the trail, and I came across this campsite, and I'll tell you what. This is one of the nicest campsites I've ever stayed on, for sure. For sure. It's beauty on Clear Pond. So I'm just gonna chill out here and get myself to bed. And I don't know about this wine thing. Ugh. With the Mountain House lasagna, it gave me wicked heartburn, so I ate a bunch of mashed potatoes. We'll see how this goes. I might be up in the middle of the night making oatmeal. So, anyhow, folks, I'm going to get to bed here and I'll check in with you in the morning. Well, folks, good morning. It's just beautiful. I'm still in my sleeping bag. I'm just laying here watching this incredible sunrise. Everything went good last night, sleeping out in just this bug net, although I did have a little scare in the middle of the night. I had some sprinkles, but they pretty much stopped as soon as they started, so that wasn't much of a worry. So I got myself back to sleep. I slept good, actually. I did. I almost got a full 8 hours. I might lay here and get another half hour or so. It's supposed to be just a gorgeous day, and we've only got a couple miles to make it down to Grizzle Ocean. See what's going on down there and see if I can grab a spot and spend the night. So I just wanted to share this sunrise with you folks. She's coming up quick now. Boy, I'll say. So, heard a lot of interesting sounds in the night. There was this kind of low chirping, clucking type of sounds going all through the woods. It was obviously some sort of critters communicating with each other, but I have never heard the sound before, and I have no idea what it was. It sounded like there were big ones, and it sounded like there were little ones, but Man, it went on all night. It was pretty tough to sleep through. There was no doubt about that. And of course I heard the owls out in the woods, and there were coyotes off in the distance. And boy, I'll tell you what, when you stay on a pond like this, there are some massive, massive bullfrogs. And when they get to going, boy, oh boy, are they loud. They're so loud. There's no way you can sleep through that. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, man. And then 3, 4, 5, 6 of them will get going at the same time. No. It's deafening. Grizzle Ocean lean-to, 0.8 miles. I just ran into a couple that, hi Mary, hi Dan if you watch this. They're gonna head up to my campsite where I was last night, up Clear Pond. Told them I left them a lot of firewood. I told them it's a beautiful campsite, they've never been there. They asked me if I was heading down to Grizzle Ocean, that's where they were coming from. And I said, yeah, and they both started laughing. And Dan said, I hope you're prepared to hang out with about at least a dozen high school kids. They've got the lean-to taken over down there, and there's one other campsite, and they also got that taken over. They're very nice, he said. They'll welcome you to stay, but by the looks of things, they must have carried in 15 cases of beer. So that's really not what I was looking to do. And there's nothing between here and the car. Putnam Pond Campground, 1.2 miles. So I guess I'm gonna cut it a little early here and head out this way, 1.2 miles. That's all right. You know, I could probably find a spot to stealth camp, but one of the problems is, you know what my record has been lately with local Department of Environmental Conservation officers. Well, when I signed in the guidebook, the sign-in book, there was a ranger, New York State Conservation Department ranger, signed in, and then just a line, so you don't know how long he's in here for. I wouldn't want to get caught doing that. And this 1.2 miles here back to the campground, they're really strict about no camping. So I'm just gonna kind of take my time here and enjoy this last 1.2 miles, and as I get a little bit closer to the pond, Putnam Pond, I'll show you some views. So that's the update. You never know how the trip's gonna go. I mean, look what happened to my trip last weekend. Whew, got cut by some severe weather, and I'm glad I got out when I did. I'm coming back out into the campground here. I thought this was the boat launch. That's the trailer parking. Oh, looks like we got a little road walking to do down the lake here. Well, I hope you folks enjoyed this video. I really appreciate everybody watching all my videos and commenting. It's like I told you in the past. I don't always comment back. I read every single comment, every single one, and I look forward to them. I love them. Thumbs up, share, comment, please. You got questions on anything, I'll see if I can answer them. But yeah, another awesome adventure has come to an end here, and looks like it's going to be a bit of a walk over to that parking area. Oh, I see where it is. Yeah, it's a beautiful, beautiful pond. Alright folks, I'm going to pound some pavement here and keep your eyes out for another awesome adventure coming soon. Thanks again for watching.